This is the Amazon 1 month overview reading for the month of November 2023. It's currently September 29th, 2023, 8:51 p.m. Eastern Time. Amazon at the time of this reading in the extended hours is $127.11. That's USD. And the shuffle file for the Amazon November reading was created on September 3rd, 2023 at 2:54 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this video right here. The overall theme and behavior for November, we have a rally along a diagonal trend line breaking through horizontal resistance to meet a second resistance before pulling back to somewhere between those two price levels. It's crossed, however, with a near overbought peak that we sell off from through multiple support levels. As far as what's going on here for Amazon, it also is following a pretty similar pattern to that of some of the other readings that I've done for November, where it's pretty mixed and we go from a high to a low, back to a high, and then probably back to a low. And it looks pretty similar here. We'll get into the actual dates and the best trades to execute based on the chart information day by day as we progress through this reading. The behavior around the highest high, we have a decline off of the highest high that'll offer an opportunity to open up a long position, indicating that we most likely see the highest high again. And based on what's transpired here on the timeline, out of the timeline cards, it does appear that we revisit the highest high again. And that makes a lot of sense. Behavior around the lowest low, we have a period of sideways rotation establishing support, and then a big move off of the low, standing out on a 1 month chart scale, followed by sideways rotation at a higher price level. All right, so before we get into the dates that we see for the highs and the lows and those best trades, let's take a look and see how we did in September. I think this probably wasn't our best reading. A lot of the stuff got kind of skewed based on Mercury retrograde. But with that said, we still have quite a lot of good stuff here. So we had a trough here around the 6th, right? And we had a trough here around the 6th, 7th. So the depth card also trough. So somewhere right around the 6th, plus or minus a day. And it looks like we're pretty solid on that. Didn't end up being a low slow, but it was a low slow thus far. And then we had a peak here around a peak on the 14th that we sell off through like a sharp drop off of the peak. And you can see we indicated a rally increasing with momentum moving forward into the peak here on the 13th. Into the 14th, where we sell off from that peak. So we didn't catch it to be as a highest high. We didn't foresee it to be a highest high, but we did foresee it to be a peak that you could trade off of, and we were definitely accurate about that. A strong decline to the downside followed, right? We had a prominent peak on the 18th, which really was 1 day off from the, or 2 days off, I should say, from the highest high. So we were a little bit off there, but a lot of the times the ace of discs will indicate a low or a high, as well as the abundance card a lot of the time indicates that, but not in this case. It did end up being a prominent peak on the 20th, and then a sharp drop overnight, which we indicated between the 20th and the 21st. And look at that, 20th and the 21st, sharp drop. If you were to have opened up a long position on the 18th, right here, we still missed the high, right? But if you open up, a short position on the 18th and closed it on the 21st, 18th, 21st, you would have made a sick profit. That would have been one of the best trades to make throughout the month. Or you could have held it into the 25th, or the actually the cusp of the 26th. That would have yielded even more. And then the Princess of Discs often indicates a low slow. I didn't see it as a low slow. It ended up being a low slow there. So we were a little bit off, but with that said, the trades were pretty solid, guys. Those were some examples of the trades that we had highlighted in the paid version. We'll get into how you get the paid version after this. So on the first, we have a day trade opportunity on the first. So before there's a sharp drop on the first on a multi-day scale standing out, before that sharp drop, you could open up a short position and then close that short position at the end of the day on the first, or early in the day on the second at a trough. If you see a sharp drop and you haven't opened that short position, it's too late. Don't open it. Around the cusp of the third, 6th, or that's over the weekend of the 3rd and the 6th, right? Maybe the end of the day on the 3rd if we're at a lowest low thus far there, or if we're not, probably early in the morning on the 6th at a lowest low. If we have a lowest low thus far in either of those situations, that's where I would open up a long position. And I would hold the long position until the end of the day on the 6th at a highest high thus far, or a highest high. I think probably a highest high thus far. It'll be a key technical price level on like a year-to-date kind of scale at least. And the high where we want to sell the long position for that overnight swing trade or day trade, that high would be towards the early afternoon, most likely, but coming after a prominent move higher that would stand out on a 1 day chart and a 1 month chart. That rally might continue into the 7th, or we might see the highest high again on the 7th, but my sense is that we probably turn over really early if we do see rally in the morning on the 7th, which I think we do probably. Matter of fact, I think we might gap down from the 6th into the 7th. There's a rally early in the morning, and then we have another strong decline on a multi-day scale. There's an opportunity there on the 7th in the midst of that early morning rally to open up a short position, and there's an opportunity to cash in on short positions. If you opened one at the peak on the 6th or in the rally on the 7th, there's an opportunity to close those short positions at the end of the day on the 7th, or possibly first thing in the morning on the 8th. When you close those short positions, you could also, again, open up a long position to sell end of day on the 8th at a highest high, or if it's not there, maybe on the 9th at a highest high. I wouldn't stay in a long position longer than the 9th. I would want to be in a short position by when I exit out of that long on the 9th. And I'll let you guys know where to exit that short position in the paid version. Guys, you get the paid version here at our website, Tarot for Traders. It's really the best way to support the channel. Obviously, everybody should be following the rule of karma. Guys, I just banned somebody from the website and from the YouTube live. They used to come on the live every single day, ask all these questions, get all this great advice. They would never rule of karma. They almost didn't pay for anything at all. It just didn't make sense for me to continue supporting that person because they weren't supporting us. I banned them. It was even more so like, oh, maybe they're losing on all trades and that's why they're not sending rule of karma. Even so, if that was the case, it's because they didn't follow the rule of karma the first time around and shut off that abundance stream, guys. That's what it's there for, to maintain abundance. So make sure to follow that, guys. And the paid version here, SO Meta posts, monthly subscription. You can subscribe to any one of these crypto or ticker symbols. symbols. As far as the Amazon and the Google ticker symbols are concerned, the only way to get the paid version is through the all paid access. But this gives you the $250 a month, gives you access to all of these ticker symbols, as well as Amazon, Google, and any one-offs that come out. And it's really the best way to support the channel. It's the most popular subscription, and people with that subscription, we know them by name 100% because they're a big part of what we're doing here at Toro for Traders. Thank you to everybody doing that. If you got the paid version, stay tuned. We're going to get into price levels. We're going to get into multi-day, multi-year trades, and talk about the interesting cross-reading correlations that I see here for 2024 and the 10-year, as well as what I saw here for 2023's cross-correlation with the 10-year as well. A lot of stuff going on. I'll see you on the paid one.